Hey, Claude. Happy National Prank Day.
Yay, thanks, Jess. Same to you. It's actually one of my favorite holidays.
Yeah, not so much mine.
You know, pranks are not meant to be mean, but actually to be more like lighthearted. And in a way, it's a sign of affection that would bring laughter, you know? Have you ever been pranked at work?
Yes, I have. But it's probably best to be heard by the prankster versus me. So why don't we get this episode started and have them tell that story?
I can't wait to hear.
Work Besties!
Welcome to our Work Besties Who podcast. This episode is going to be focused primarily, as I called it, 95% on pranks. In fact, we're launching this on National Prank Day. So it's very fitting to have these two guests on. I know very well from working with them in my past, but I'm not going to introduce them. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. So Noah and Sebastian, go ahead.
Well, can I say you didn't really work with us? You managed us, so can we be
I
specific?
suppose, but let's be real. I think there was a lot of you all managing me as well. But yes, you directly reported into me. You don't
Yes.
anymore, so you have fair game to say whatever you want.
It's true. No, you first.
All right, I'm Noah. I reported into Jessica, I want to say like 16 odd years ago,
It's been a
or
while.
15 years ago.
I mean, I am only 26, so I was 10 at the time, but sure.
Yes. Today I'm the co-founder of Chassis. Our tagline is "Man Care for Down There." We've got a host of products to keep guys fresh, dry, chafe-free, smelling good.
Ooh, and we will post links to all of that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's me.
Bastion, do you want to talk anything about you?
Yeah, no, I've been in CPG for a long time. Worked with Jess and Noah. I should say, I reported into Jessica probably a couple different times.
Like, you did it again? Why would you do it twice? Once wasn't enough torture?
Yeah, once was enough for me.
Yeah. Noah's like, it's so bad. I'm leaving the company and creating on my own.
One and done.
And then I work. I'm still at CPG, VP of Sales. Live in Hoboken, New Jersey. One daughter. That's about me.
Great. So we are going to go a bit on the background as you all reporting into Jessica. But first, Sebastian, what was your first impression of Noah? And then I'll ask Noah, what was your first impression of Sebastian?
So first of all, Noah and I actually worked together at Nielsen. I didn't know him, and I don't think he knew me, but there was one common link, which was Mark. And he kind of knew me, and he kind of knew Noah, and he kept talking about this Noah guy. I'm like, who the hell is this Noah guy? And so finally got to meet him, and seemed like a nice guy. But what I do remember was, Noah, did you sit in one corner, and I think there was like a lot of this fragrance by you, and I'm like, man, it really reeks around here. Noah was kind of like the smelly kid by accident. Sorry, Noah, I never admitted that to you, but like to me, like when I first met you, you're kind of like the smelly kid.
Sorry.
No one doesn't know how to react to that.
Yeah.
No, your story better be good.
Yeah, so my first recollection of Sebastian was at Nielsen, and Friday was bagel day, so we'd always get bagels, and it would be the best bagels. It just seemed like every time I was getting a bagel on Friday, Sebastian was always in there. To me, he was just like the guy getting bagels. You seemed like you're like tied up on the same bagel schedule. It's like we never really formed a connection other than just like he was just the guy eating bagels.
So there was the bagel guy and the smelly guy, basically.
Yeah, and now on the podcast with you guys.
Shit. Yeah.
But now one important one that I would love to hear from you is, what was your first impression of Jess?
Yeah, so my first impression of Jess,
The facial expressions.
honestly, I just felt sorry for her. Just knowing that she had to manage both me and Sebastian. I mean, it was just, I just felt sorry for her. That's it. I wasn't sure if she was going to be up for the task, and I knew what a pain in the ass I can be. So yeah, that was it. Just utter sorrow, really.
Utter
And you,
sorrow.
Sebastian?
Wow. You were short? I was like,
Yes, that's right. You did tell me that. You're like, damn, you're really short. Thanks.
and kind of like, I was just like, it kind of felt like you were like a Sarah Jessica Parker like vibe.
I do remember I had like a really short haircut when I started, and you go something along the lines of like, you look like you have a mom haircut. It was like mortified.
I really just don't hold anything.
You're like, you're really short and you got a mom haircut. I was like, well, I'm growing this hair out quick.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Has not been short ever since.
So we immediately gave you a complex. Is that what?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm so proud.
So, because it's all going to be about pranks, what was really the first time you did a prank together, and how did it come up?
So we love this place called that sold Kati rolls. They're kind of Indian burrito. They're freaking delicious, but the leftovers and the packaging can really smell. And so we didn't want it to smell in our office, so we put a fan because it was a closet that they turned into an office, and we just had the smell go from the fan out to the hallway, and people would just walk by and be like, what is that? And then we put it into Carrie's garbage. Be like, oh my God, what is that smell? And then she realized what we did to her. That's something I remember that him and I both did together.
All right, so a perfect segue then would be, what actually got you guys into doing pranks, whether together or individually? What was the like rationale of why you started?
I mean, at least you did laugh, right?
Yeah,
Especially
that is
at somebody
true.
else's expense, right?
Yeah. I mean, plus we spend so much time in an office. You need to break the ice a little bit and have fun. You know, we spent time more with each other in that man cave than we probably did with our significant other.
Yeah, I think it's important to illustrate for people that are listening that this cave was a windowless room, fit 4 people, very
No,
tightly.
It did not, wasn't supposed to fit for
Yeah,
people,
there was
but
multiple
we shoved
fans
4
in it
people
all
in
the
there.
time. It was not the most comfortable place to work. Yeah, but
It had a door though, didn't it? I feel like
yeah,
it had a door.
and it had a lot of privacy.
Thanks.
And I think it,
You got a door.
yeah, I think that helped foster some really nice camaraderie.
That too.
So that was a prank you guys did that kind of went wrong, and how did you kind of correct it?
Yeah, so early in my career, I was at a corporation, and one of the sales guys, his daily ensemble always included a sweater vest. He was just
Oh, geez.
he was just a sweater vest guy. I
Beats
got the
the
entire
haircut.
meeting. What's that?
Beats the mom haircut.
Yeah,
Thanks,
Yeah,
Claude.
it's more easy to replace.
yeah. So on this guy's birthday, I got everyone in the canteen, which I think was probably about 10 of us. We all wore sweater vests in honor of this guy's birthday.
You not appreciate it.
Did not
Did
like
not-
it.
it didn't go over too well.
Aw. Very impressive you all came in the short
Yeah.
wig.
Yeah, sourcing a sweater vest isn't the easiest thing to do. Like, they're not sold like. I think I had to go like Goodwill to find.
These are classy sweater vests, is what I'm hearing.
Even now, like I wouldn't know where to go to get a sweater. I mean, I guess you go to Amazon, but like 20 years ago, Amazon didn't exist for sweater vests. It was a thing. It was a tough thing to do. But yeah, it didn't go over too well. I didn't really like it. He was really sensitive towards everyone wearing sweater vests and sort of
So, I feel bad for this individual.
So did he continue wearing those sweater vests afterwards, or he stopped?
That's a good question.
Oh no! I mean that he was just a
He switched
was
to
a sweater
bow
vest.
ties.
he was all in.
He was all in.
in.
He asked. He did. Did you guys gift him all of the other ones so that at least he could have more in his rotation?
That would have been a good idea. But
That could have been the way to course correct.
Yeah.
We are wearing the gifts for
Yeah,
you.
you were modeling them.
We're
right?
modeling them. Yeah.
Again, mine was from Goodwill. I don't know if it was really giftable.
I mean, that's a big thing now. So you were ahead of your trend, Noah.
Yeah,
Noah,
Noah.
always ahead of the curve.
trendsetter.
You are the trendsetter, especially when it comes to clothing.
Yeah, tastemaker.
All right. So, what is a prank that you were most proud of? Clearly not the sweater vest one.
I got a couple.
Like one of them's going to be the one against me.
Yeah, one of them was against you, and actually another one was my next boss. So it depends which one. Do you want me to talk about you, or you want me to
You
talk
can do
about?
both. I don't care. It's
Well, I
up
don't
to
want
you.
to, dominate the
What
conversation.
if they're both good? Let's see. We'll rank them. How about that?
Okay,
Us
that's good.
3 will tell you which one is better.
Like it. All right, so we'll start with you, Jess, and of course
Okay.
you can fill in some of the history. So this all started when Carl, he had like this little disc. It kind of was like one of those like Apple pods that you put like in your suitcase, like that size, and it had a little button that you could control the frequency and type of sound that would come out of it. It was either children laughing, like a creepy laugh, and some other stuff.
static. It was static
static.
and beeping. Not
Yes.
that I still have nightmares of this.
Actually, no, I think you were part of this prank in a small way.
Ugh,
And-
Noah. So disappointed.
now that the cat's out of the bag, sorry, I just threw you in the butt. It was a little disc that could make sound, and it was magnetic, and so, which was great to hide with. It was actually over the course of 2 weeks, I would change the frequency of the sound, sometimes even take it out of your office. And there was a couple meetings where I think even knowing you're one or two of them where there'd be a sound, you'd be like, you guys hear that? We'd be like, no.
Oh, driving me bonkers. I would like call them in. I'd be like, Sebastian, I just heard it. Come in. Consistently. And you're like, I do not hear a thing. I have no idea what's going on with you.
And then, and again, like this is over 2 weeks, and I purposely take it out because I wanted this to go as long as it could. And then finally one day, I think this is kind of like an end of day type of thing, and I get like, Sebastian, can you come in my office? Because I was right next to yours, if you remember. You had that corner one, and I was right next to it. And so you come in, you're like, what's this? I just start kind of laughing, and she's like, do you know anything about this? I'm like, yeah, I put it there. And like, you're a fucking asshole, which I was like, wow, you were really mad.
So mad. Because first of all, I found it the night before, and it looked exactly like a device that somebody would be like spying on you. Like, remember the show Alias? I'm like, this is like from Alias, and somebody's trying to listen in on my conversations. I don't know why, because I have nothing of interest, but I was convinced that somebody was bugging me. And then I went to you with it because I found it at like, I don't know, like 8 p.m. that night. And I took a shoe and was like, smashing it.
Didn't you call facilities because you thought there was mice in the office at one like during that 2 weeks? I thought.
Yes, I did because one of the noises was like munching. I was like, and I was like, oh my god, there's mice in this. And one of them was children laughing, which I was
that's
like,
a scary one.
and then one was like a static noise, like almost like white noise, but it was like, it was so annoying. Oh my god, I really thought I was going crazy. It was not cool.
One of two that I was very proud of. And then one that I did with my next boss, who sat directly behind me. We used to prank each other quite a bit. And one prank that I did was I would, regular office phone. I don't know if anyone has those anymore. She actually used it once in a while. And I would put tape on it, clear tape over the speaker side so like the other person couldn't necessarily hear. And I put a bunch of tape on it, like a pretty heavy amount. And I completely forgot about it. A week or two later, she was interviewing someone who wanted a role within the organization. And she was like screaming into the phone. Like people are just looking at her with like dirty look and she's noticing it. So she's like trying to talk softer, but the other person's like, I still can't hear you. So she goes under her desk trying to like muffle the sound. And she's really screaming. And I forgot what I did. And then all of a sudden I hear her say, Sebastian. And she's got this like load of tape that she just ripped from the top. I was like, is this you? I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to fucking interview someone and they can't hear me.
Oh no, I think that one's better. Mine was still a mine.
You
messed
about
with my
that.
mind too much.
I guess
I like both equally, I have to say.
You like which one?
Both equally.
You like both equal? Oh, just because one of us messing with me.
No.
I don't know. Oh, which is the funnier of the two? Which is the better prank?
Oh, the first one.
Ah, damn it.
I have to agree just because it was just well planned. It was over weeks.
It was over weeks. Like, I mean, I still to this day have random nightmares about those noises.
So I mess with your haircut and your mind. This is great.
We're still friends. This is a wonder.
I don't think it says more about me or you.
I know, right? Like, maybe this is the ultimate prank payback. All right, so those are some pretty good pranks. Did you have any, Noah, that you wanted to share?
I would prank my 4-year-old daughter did 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
yeah,
this sounds
I'm really
fun.
proud of her. She's really turned into like this a prankster, which is really kind of cool to see. So 2 weeks ago, it takes her begging in all places to go to Panda Express. Yeah, we want to go to Panda Express. I'm like, fine. I gave in. So my daughter Shira is sitting next to me, and my son Eli is sitting across from me. I'm conversing with him, and unbeknownst to me, she was taking her broccoli and fried rice and shoving it into my coat pocket.
It's for later.
What's that?
It's for later.
So at the end of the meal, Daddy, can you check your coat pocket for me?
That's great.
Yeah, and of course it's all pouring out
Oh
of
my
my coat.
god, that's amazing.
Yeah. So shout out to Shira for the quality prank.
That's top notch. I think that one wins out of all of them. Sorry, Sebastian. Who needs 2 weeks of active pranking when you can just put
Well,
some...
mine might be technically torture, so I'm fine.
Yes.
agree with that.
Yeah. Positive.
I'm thinking of a prank we did, and that was collective at my former company, where we decided, our boss at the time, we decided to bubble wrap his whole office.
Oh, that's great.
So, like, he had a fridge, to the soda inside the fridge, his coats, his stapler, his computer, his monitor, everything. And when he arrived that morning, because we did it earlier, he had an interview.
Oh,
Did you guys know that? Did you like plan it based off of that?
About the interview. So actually, he tried first to unbubble everything, but he couldn't. So he had to take the interview somewhere else.
oh, wow.
Oh my God, that's
That was a good
amazing.
one.
I like that.
I admire some of those type of pranks because it's a lot of effort in terms of like wrapping things. Like that happened to me where I was on my honeymoon and they wrapped my entire desk and a bunch of stuff in like wrapping paper. Like, I don't know, joke's on you guys. I'm going to get rid of this in about 2 seconds. It took you probably hours to put it together. It's too much effort for me.
They probably were giggling the whole time.
it
So
was
like
cool.
the camaraderie around that had to be amazing.
Oh, yeah. To be fair, the wrapping around the mouse was really annoying because they like did a ton of tape on it, so that was really.
That had to be your boss. Payback for the telephone.
So, Jess, I actually have a question, because you're all work besties and now friends. Can you tell me about the funniest experience or interaction that you had with each other?
I didn't do any pranks to them. I never tried. It was not worth it.
No.
I could not keep up. I think one time I was like, I'm going to prank you. I'm like, wait, kidding.
Maybe when you wouldn't win the war.
I don't even think I'd win the bet. I never tried. I don't know. The funniest experience?
It doesn't have to be prank per se.
Obviously, the funniest one that I remember is Sebastian, me, and another individual were traveling for work. And I feel like everything just kept going wrong. And that individual, just absent-minded, would do the weirdest things. He claims it was an accident, but he tried to close my head in a trunk and like give me a concussion.
By the way, that's exactly what I wrote down is my funniest memory, is you getting concussion.
And I was like driving and I go, Sebastian, I don't feel so good. I feel like...
Hold on.
And you were like, why are you driving? I'm like, I don't know. I really feel woozy.
How can you accidentally, like what?
I don't know.
Your head on the trunk?
Well, and remember, she's short. So there's like...
I
really had to
the guy didn't see her.
I will never forget the noise because I was trying to go into the back seat. I was going to let you and the other person go up front. And I all of a sudden I heard boom.
Boom.
Then,
it was
wow.
like,
it
was loud.
Is that your head? I was like, I couldn't believe it because I told the person, how did you not see her?
It was like in a cartoon where like you see the like sing birds around your head. I was like, oh.
I don't know if you remember, Jess, but we were at the airport. I think this was the Charlotte airport. But all of a sudden I see you come sit next to me. We're at different gates, and you're like, I can't sit next to that person. I'm so mad at them.
I'm like, you tried to kill me.
And then you're on WebMD saying, like, do I have a concussion?
I have a concussion.
Dying. You got everything because you went at WebMD.
So knowing how crazy this guy was he apologetic towards you, or like what was the?
I mean, he had no clue. He's just an odd bird. I don't know. Like, remember, he was just like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, you close the trunk on my head. Favorite memory of you and me? I feel like remember you and I did the hair removal deck with.
Yeah.
And my favorite memory is having you tell us about what you waxed to remove your bikini line.
Oh my God.
You did a great job, but I was just like, this is very comical to me.
Yeah, it always would get some interesting looks. The hairy Jewish guy getting the hair removal.
You're like, and the benefits of.
Well, then we invite you, Noah, to your current, that's in that general direction of the body.
They have all roads led to this.
I was impressed then, I'm impressed now.
So now, Noah and Sebastian, not only, you were doing pranks, but you were in your man cave and everything. How would your coworker describe your relationship?
Like frat boys. I heard, I think, a few times that we were frat boys, which is funny because I'm pretty sure we were far from being frat boys.
I mean, the pranks kind of made it feel like it was frat boy-esque. I mean, I've never been a
I
friend,
don't
so
know
I
that it
can't.
was
I
the
can't.
pranks. I think
claim.
it's just the general attitude. I think that you brought to that man cave.
Maybe.
I think there's always interesting conversations taking place. I think we're always laughing, and we're always having a good time in there. I think for such a sterile work environment, we made it lively.
We were unique individuals with different backgrounds, and I think in different lifestyles. So I thought that brought some uniqueness too. And I'd love to hear, Jess, from your point of view, what not only yours, but what others said. But like, it was definitely felt like we were like Noah said, but we're the jock frat boys when we were farther from the truth, really.
We should level set that we were in a company which was predominantly women working there. So you guys probably got labeled frat boys because you were some of the only single strolls there.
Yeah, I think just, don't take this the wrong way, Sebastian, but like in that company, we were also like by far the worst dressed people there.
I didn't say it, but I'm not going to not agree.
I couldn't agree with you more. I was wondering where you're going, and I can't.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, the one thing I will fully agree on, though, is there was always very interesting conversations going on in the man cave that you did not hear anywhere else. Like, you guys always had some type of like depth conversations about things. All of you guys would have such different perspectives.
Well, we had some other good personalities in that room.
You definitely had some interesting conversations with them.
Oh, yeah. It was fun. It was, that's one thing I miss, being remote, is just being in an office and being close with people and getting to know them in a more personal level. I look at Noah, we don't necessarily see each other a lot, but I still consider him like a brother.
Aww.
Talking about brothers, it's sometimes for best friends, they are more like brothers, right? There are some little things that can annoy the other, but at the end of the day, they all laugh. So Noah, what is something that really annoyed you that Sebastian was doing?
You also could throw me in there too, I guess, since all three of us work together. If it's easier to attack me, I feel like that's going to be a lot easier.
All right. So Noah, what was something that just annoyed you?
I honestly
can't be the haircut or how short I am.
No, I can't think negative about the two of you.
Aww.
Josh was a great.
I've got a laundry list.
Yeah. Where do I begin?
Yes. How long? How much time do we have?
Josh was a great manager, especially, as we alluded to earlier, coming off the previous managers that we had, and just working in the man cave with Sebastian and the other guys and gals. I don't know. It was just, looking back on it, I mean, it was some of my, I think, most honest work memory. It was just such a good time.
I'm with you, Noah. There's nothing I thought about it. There's nothing that I would say annoyed me about Noah. The closest thing I could think about Jess was your laugh sometimes when you're like, because sometimes I can tell, is that real or not? But it's really laughing.
It is real. Sorry.
It also sounded like Wario from the Mario Kart games. And it's like,
It's a lot. That'll be my new sting. Instead of me laughing, I'll just press that.
So now she's going to have a complex too on her laugh.
No, I can't help my laugh. I'm cool with it. It's distinctive. Like, people know it.
But are you guys still doing pranks where you're working at right now?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately,
the boss man, you really can't.
Yeah, you have
to be cautious in how you do it. Maybe just put food in people's pockets.
Yeah, I have to prank my kids now.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately not. I mean, being a little bit more senior in my career, I don't feel comfortable doing it. Also, I'm completely remote, as is my team. Some things can be misunderstood. Honestly, I also think just the environment from the social aspect, cancel culture type of stuff, I feel like it's a lost art.
Even though the art of pranking has evolved, there's still an element of like the benefit of doing it and how it can kind of help with building a stronger bond between people or just collaborate in different ways. So from your perspective, knowing that you guys don't feel comfortable doing it in the companies that you work in, would you be supportive of having your team support pranking as a way of being a benefit to build camaraderie, build team, and all of that?
That's a tough one because I want to say yes, I do, but if it crosses the line, then I'm in trouble for encouraging.
Yeah, you would have to be clear on what you mean by pranks, is I think how you would evolve it.
Right. I do think it fosters. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be as close with some people or have such fond memories if there wasn't pranking involved. And maybe you would probably hate me less, Jess. So there's one negative. But
I don't know. I've overcome it. Years of therapy, but it's fine.
But you still got a better haircut.
I still got a better haircut.
And you cut it less frequently. Thank you. You're welcome.
I saved money.
But I think there are benefits. It's just as a manager, I guess it'd be tough to encourage it. As long as it doesn't cross any lines.
What about you, Noah?
Thanks. I'm pretty positive for the most part.
I think that pranking is not necessarily as big of a part of your work-life relationships. What else do you guys think you should foster in your current companies that would help to build some of that team bonding and collaboration and bringing that little element of fun to your offices?
I mean, I recall us going out for happy hour quite a few times.
Yes.
Especially that one bar you guys all hated, but I loved. That unfortunately closed. That had
Which
the
one's that?
80s and 90s videos. It had the beer pong. What's it called?
Joshua Tree?
Thank you.
Yes, it was Joshua Tree.
It's
Yes.
I got the memory back.
God, you
I think that's always important. I mean, again, not trying to get people, you don't want to get people in trouble, but like just sometimes people can just see, you can see a different side of individuals, and you can have fun with stuff. And, you know, sometimes you can meet their significant other if they invite them or their friends.
although that was always risky too.
Yeah, I'm remembering a few things.
Oh, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's all about just having fun. You feel hard what you're doing, why you do it. So it's about just having fun in straight environments and letting absolutely read it.
Good to hear. I'm going to segue us to our speed round. This time around, though, we had each of us write in our own answers. How long have all three of us known each other?
I was going to say 15 years, but I think Noah obviously knew you before.
Yeah, that's true. You guys know each other longer.
And we were around 2008.
We have 15 years and 2010. Boom. Ding, 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 ding.
All right, I guess we got it. How long has it been since we last saw each other?
All right. I think I last saw Sebastian, I'm going to say 2017-ish. I think we had goulash at a Hoboken bar. That's my recollection.
Very.
I think you're probably closer. I think I'm wrong. So I said 5 years, but I probably meant 6 now. I thought we met just me and you in the city once.
We did.
Is that also goulash?
I think.
No.
Yeah, I thought the goulash meeting was later. But you might be right.
Can we pretend like a phone call counts?
You don't even like taking phone calls, so that doesn't.
I have called each of you. I don't like taking phone calls, but I have sucked it up and called both of you before. Especially when I feel like I get like random texts from you, Sebastian, that says like, I'm not going to take a text, call me. And I do. Should count as a visit. What is your favorite hobby outside of work?
So all my answers were Noah. So sorry, Jessica.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
But golf.
All right. I play soccer.
Totally makes sense.
And does anybody know about Jess's?
I would say fashion.
That's a good one, but no.
Probably Maryland basketball.
All right.
No.
Jess, what is
It was running. This is my favorite question. I ask it of everyone because it makes no sense. But which one of you would survive longer in a zombie apocalypse?
And why?
Right, so
I didn't know
yes
why.
for this.
I mean, I agree.
Yeah, I think.
Do you have to guess?
Yeah, I mean, I could put up with us or subordinates that probably more qualified to survive than us. Congrats, Jess.
Thank you. I put myself too.
Yeah, I would like.
I put Noah, just because I think I would try to be too quick to do stuff and react, whereas I think you'd be a little bit more methodical and think things through and not try to rush things. And I think that might be the right approach to kind of get the lay of the land. So I think like I probably would just do something reckless and
you'd be the first one killed for sure.
But if I survived that first few weeks, I think I could outlive you guys.
I feel like we would have used you to like test the waters. Go out there, Sebastian. Go Jess. Okay, so what is the catchphrase or words the other person always overuses?
I just wrote something down just as a joke because I think Noah would appreciate it. Pretty good. But I know he doesn't use it.
No, not in my daily vernacular.
No.
You
But
should.
I
Bring that one back.
So, Sebastian, I have no idea, but it's curious what Noah we say about. Noah, why is it something that Sebastian
I
would
think he
say?
wrote down dude. I think he says dude a lot. Like, dude.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
used to say dude a lot. You're right. Which
It's funny you say that.
probably,
That was technically-
I feel like that's where the
And-
frat bro came from.
Maybe.
Solved. I
You're probably right.
And do you know what is Jess's?
I don't
don't
know.
know why, but I went through a weird phase where I used to say all the time, I'm not going to lie. And I remember you guys being like, "Do you normally lie?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
Because I used to say that, so I wonder if I got that from you. So that might have been your Instagram.
I don't. I said it so much back then.
Because I know I do use that, so maybe.
You're welcome. I helped you get out of the dude with. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I'm still duding a lot.
All right.
It's
Well,
weird, but
at least I helped you switch it up. All right. What is the favorite movie or TV show?
Herb for Noah. I don't know if that's right.
Yeah, Herbert Seinfeld.
That was probably the easiest of all the questions that was asked.
Yeah. Total side note, I'm seeing a Curb screening in LA in April.
Wow.
Oh wow, how cool!
With the entire cast of Curb.
No way.
Isn't this the last season too?
Well, they said that before. I'll believe it when money.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying this. Go with the fashion scheme.
Oh my god, you guys are
runway, but no, I'm sure it's not that. The Bachelor.
No, I was never into any of those. I feel like I got you guys hooked on this, so I thought you would get it.
Oh, Noah, you were going to say something.
I'm gonna go back to Sebastian's SJP Cowan. Sex in the City?
No, I didn't put that one. Put one that I swear I remember talking to you guys about it. Sure.
Oh yeah, no, my brother got me into this.
Oh, well, I was big into Archer at that point, and then it's Always Sunny in Philly. Those are like my go-to back then.
No, I didn't watch Archer. I don't remember. My younger brother.
I went to live tapings of Archer.
Really?
Yes, multiple ones. I was like really big into it. I totally thought we had conversations. You guys may have just blocked it out.
That's probably true. Yeah. I was probably trying to plot something.
Why is she still talking?
Did you not hear this baby laughing in the background?
What is the sport or sports team we each most talk about?
Terps, Browns.
Yes.
Red Bulls and Terps.
That one I feel like
All
was
right,
too
that
easy.
is 100%.
This is my favorite question. Who has had the most head injuries?
I put down, I think Sebastian has had more, but I think Jess had more severe.
That's what I put. I put Sebastian had more, but mine was most dramatic. All right, the very last one. What superpower does each of us want?
So for Noah, I guess see the future. For Jess, I'm just gonna go off the cuff. I think you wish you were.
She was a little bit taller. She was a baller.
Yeah, mind reading. I think I put mind reading. I'll give Sebastian credit for that.
Well, the creepy thing is that was mine. Was mind reading.
The three of you guys have mind reading.
Oh, really?
Yes, the three of you.
Oh, that's so weird.
Yeah.
Wow. That explains a lot.
Sorry, mine was not wishing to be taller. All right, that's it. We finished it, guys. We did the whole speed round.
All right, so we're going to write up and
Wrap up.
up.
Not writing anybody up.
We cannot.
That's a whole different podcast.
Yeah. But on for the end of this podcast, what was really your favorite memory the three of you have?
Conversations in your man cave. I feel like sometimes you'd bring me into your conversations and they were always entertaining.
Yeah, there was no specific memories, just like everything we did. I mean, we did a saltine challenge once. Mark was really into like buying cookies, so he always dragged us to that Walgreens to buy cookies like that first year, and so we eat a lot of cookies. Yeah, we just laughed about the pranks, of course. This is specifically with Jessica, but when I think it was at Family Dollar when we had a meeting, and all of a sudden there was a fire in their kitchen, so we all had to finish our meeting outside. And it was like 90-degree weather.
And we had to like just keep presenting, like la la la.
Yeah, and I was struggling like hell. I was already super hungry, as you know, that's a problem. And then I'm like schwitzing like crazy. I'm like, this is the worst
You were
meeting.
sweating through everything. Oh my god!
Chassis Sebastian.
Yes.
Yeah,
Way to tie it back to our sponsor. Thank you, Sebastian.
Work this out. I'm going to plug every time.
I guess that goes to our very, very last question is any parting words or advice for future generations or even organizations as you think about ways to help foster collaboration, teamwork, whether with pranks, without, or obviously by making sure they're using certain products.
I would just say be very careful who you prank.
Keep it light.
Yeah,
Make it more about...
Careful. You don't want to cross into the bullying side of things because, people do take things harder than you probably realize. Obviously, I so care about what I did to you, Jessica.
2 weeks of torture, people. 2 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, for concerns of others, but also for yourself, like, just be careful.
No, but have an open mind. You know?
I don't know what's more... I don't know what's more comical is that Noah is the positive one right now. He's
Like I said, I'm praying positive. Just go for it. Have an open mind. Know what the line is.
yeah, know what the line is.
Figure it out.
Keep it fun. Keep it light. Keep it fun.
Keep it fun. Not everything has to be about numbers and driving sales. And you're working with these people for 8, 10, 12 hours a day. Make it fun.
I agree.
That's my butt.
I agree. You need that moment of brevity. Keep it fun,
Exactly.
but make sure it's PC.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for being a part of our podcast. It means the world to me. I feel like awesome.
Thanks for God.
I feel like you guys are like my family when I first started, and now I don't know. It feels good. I don't know. I'm very, very proud. I'm like a proud mama.
Well, the family you inherited, it's now the family you want.
Exactly. Awesome. Well, thanks for that, guys.
Thank you.
Hi. Today's episode is brought to you by Chassis. Their tagline says it all. Man care for down there. Whether you're familiar with them or not, these high-end premium products are specifically formulated to keep guys feeling cool, dry, and comfortable all day long. From powders to creams, they've got you covered for every situation.
Wow, Jess, you're really taking the Work Bestie support to a whole new level, huh? This is awesome.
In fact, it's so awesome, we want to support our listeners by providing them with a 20% off promo code Work Besties when they visit chassisformen.com. Links to the promo code and the website will be included in our podcast notes and on social. Wow. I may not love pranks, but I have to say this episode had me laughing from start to finish. I just love those guys. Everything about them. It's great to see how something as silly as office pranking can really bring to life that type of friendship long term. I mean, these guys still talk today. The one thing we should state is pranks do need to stay lighthearted.
Right. You don't want to make someone feel bad about it. It's supposed to be funny and lighthearted. And actually, during this episode, I learned that this episode has a sponsor.
Oops. Did I forget to tell you that before?
Yes, you did.
Well, you know what I have to say to that? Just to all the
Oh,
work
well, Work
besties.
Besties.
Keep
Keep supporting each other.